गिरिधारी श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जय। नित्यानंद विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। नित्यानंद विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यालल विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत त्रिविक्रम गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्यालल विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति सिद्धांत साई श्रील भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यालल विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्यालल विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यालल विष्णु महाभगवत श्री गोरक्षदास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। नित्यालल विश्व श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्यालल विश्व वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानु गौरिया गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जय। नाम जय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौड़ मंडल व्रजमंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदत्त गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री यमुना देवी गंग देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। जय श्री नित्यालल विष्णु विष्णुपाद श्रीमद श्रील भक्ति वेदांत त्रिविक्रम गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। तदीय शुभ आविर्भाव तिथि की जय। Jai Shri Harinama Sankirtan ki Jai. All the kirtans of Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai. Especially the kirtans in his book Gitavali, which we'll be focusing on this week. Ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Ananta Kuti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Okay, we'll do the Mangala Charan and then begin. Ajnanatirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Tividito Gaudiya Gurvanvaye Bhato Bhanuriva Prabhata Gagane Yogora Sankirtanai Maya Varati Mingilo Daragatan Udhritya Jiva Niman Krishna Prema Sudabdika Hana Sukham Pradat Prabhung Tang Bhaje Vande Bhakti Vinodang Shri Gaura Shakti Swarupakam Bhakti Shastragya Samrajam Radha Rasa Sudhanidhim Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayang Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Vrishabhanusutan Vitavamatanum Yamuna Tatanagara Sutam Murali Kalagita Vinora Parang Bhaja Godruma Kanana Kunja Vidum Smara Gaura Gadadhara Kelikalang Bhava Gaura Gadadhara Pakshachara Shrinu Gaura Gadadhara Charukatang Bhaja Godruma Kanana Kunja Vidum Tavai Vasmi Na Jivami Tvaya Vinam Itti Vigyaya Devi Tvang Nayamang Charanantikam Bhaktya Vihina Aparada Lakshai Kshiptascha Kama Ditaranga Madhye Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanaravindam Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranams. Dear devotees, Niri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Amal Krishna Prabhu, Sarveshwari Mataji, and let's see on YouTube and Facebook who has joined us. There are a few devotees, but so far only Vidyalala Sadidi has left a comment. So pranams Vidyalala Sadidi. But yeah, if you leave a comment, I'll see who you are. Also pranams, I'm guessing Indira Mataji and Raseshwari Mataji are there though. And then in the future, pranams to these devotees who will be watching in the future: Shachi Devi, Jai Devi Prabhu, Krishna Vallabha Didi, Ananda Pradayani Didi, Vrinda Didi, Anuradha Mataji, and everybody else. Dandavat Pranams. So today, on this very auspicious day of Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja's appearance day, we are beginning week 3 of our Bhaktivinoda Giti Dhara program. So today's program, I'm just going to be going through a little bit, just 2 songs of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur very quickly, and then we will be reading, I was thinking today we can read our Srila Gurudev's glorification of Srila Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja, and maybe a couple articles by him. So yeah, we won't go into so much detail today on the kirtans for today, but just would like to introduce this week of our Bhaktivinoda Giti Dhara program. This week we're going through the kirtans that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote that you sing at particular times throughout the day and particular situations. I'm just in the middle of preparing the post that I'll be sending out after this class. I'll finish it up and then send it out with our selection of kirtans for this 3rd week, so that you can select your up to 4 kirtans, and then I'll send them to your email. So if you want to get that, then you can go to vineofdevotion.com, and if you subscribe there, then you'll get the email in your inbox when I send it out, probably in a couple hours from now. But yeah, Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, I have this quote by him in a letter that he wrote, and it's all on this topic about how whatever the means, one simply must perform Hari Bhajan. And there's a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam. It says, Yena kenapyupayena mana Krishne niveshayet. One way or another, immerse your mind in Krishna. One way or another, we have to immerse our minds in Krishna. And so whatever situation we are in, we have to find some kind of way. How do I fix my mind on Krishna? And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he has made it very easy so that when we're at different times of the day, or when we're doing different things, that we have special kirtans so that we can remember Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's instructions, Mahaprabhu's instructions. We can, at specific times of the day, we can immerse our minds in, focus our minds on Krishna. And so that's what we'll be going through this week, are all these songs. Like today we'll be going through the sunrise kirtans, like Udila Aruna and Jeev Jago. And then we'll go through all his arati songs, for Mangal Arati, for Raj Bhog Arati, for Sandhya Arati, all these different times of the days. And then the Mahaprasad songs, there are, is it 8 songs? Yeah, I think so, 8 songs. Or 6 songs. Anyways, I don't know why my mind's going blank right now. But these songs, when you eat different preparations, what pastime to think about? Like when we eat shak, we can remember Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu eating shak in the house of Advaita Acharya in Shantipur. And then when we eat khichdi, we can think of this pastime of Mahaprabhu and Nilachal glorifying Jagannath's khichdi. Or when we're eating milk products, we can remember this pastime of Mother Yashoda and Rohini Maya feeding the sakas all these different milk products, and Krishna sitting with all the cowherd boys and then running to leave off to graze the cows. And when we're eating different sweets, we can remember all Mahaprabhu and all of his associates in Gauridas Pandit's house in Ambika Kalna, and all the different sweets he fed them, and all these different pastimes when we take different prasad items. And then there are all these Nagar Kirtans. There are many different Nagar Kirtans and Nam Kirtans, where describing different pastimes of Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, and especially Mahaprabhu's, it's called Agya Tahal, as Mahaprabhu's commands to patrol, or like move around and spread this message. Shunu Shunu Nityananda, Shunu Haridas. Like, Amar Agyay, what is it? Koroho Prakash. Anyways, yeah. So all these songs of Mahaprabhu instructing us to chant. Actually, that's what we'll be going through today also, is the sunrise kirtans, which are both Mahaprabhu's instructions. This is how we begin our day, with Mahaprabhu's instructions to chant the name. That will be our focus for this week. And also, there are some songs that don't fit into the 5 categories I made, really. And so I wanted to fit those in also at the end. So, that will be our week. So, let's begin with, I'll just go through these kirtans quickly, but I will begin with the sunrise, the kirtans for today. So 1 second, let me just... And Haribo Ganga Mataji. Okay. So, and I think this is how Gitavali begins. Actually, I should just check that really quick. Let's see, how does Gitavali begin? I think it begins with these 2 songs. Let's see. I don't have the list right here. Anyhow, that's what I think. I could be wrong. So, Aruṇodaya-Kīrtana. Aruna means the sun, and Uday means rising. So, rising sun kirtans. Hari Bol Shubhananda Ru Dandavat Pranam. Oh, and Shubhananda. Hare Krishna. And I didn't forget to send you the file that something happened yesterday. I'll just mention, yesterday the printers said that we need to add in 12 pages to the songbook suddenly. And I'm like, what? How do we fill up 12 pages? I don't want to just have 12 pages 12 blank pages at the end of the book. That'd be way too excessive. And so then I was just this morning, actually, all the way till, that's why I'm a bit late starting our program today, because I'm trying to figure out how to fill in these 12 pages. I think what I'm going to do is have a Guru Parampara photos, and so I selected photos, but then I'm trying to figure out, anyways, whatever, I'm not going to get into the details of that, but that's what's going on. Alright, so we'll just go through this quickly. Udila Aruna Purava Bhage Dvija Mani Gora Amani Jage Bhakata Samuha Loya Sate Gela Nagara Vraje. Oh, just one interesting thing. Maybe a couple weeks ago, my friend Sundar Gopal who is like the head person, the person heading up the Bhaktivedanta Research Center in Kolkata. He recently, ISKCON, I think I mentioned before, right, how ISKCON acquired Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house. His house in Kolkata called Bhakti Bhavan. And there were two almaris there, or almira, whatever you call it, and cupboards. And nobody had opened them up since, like, from that generation at least. Nobody's even looked inside what's inside of it. And so they opened up and they found all these things, all these personal items of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, like a personal diary of his, like a new one that nobody's ever seen before. We know about the Swalakita Jivanamrita that he wrote for Lalit Prasad, but this one's completely new. And all these photos that nobody's ever seen of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And I think it was amongst these things, I could be wrong, but if I remember correctly, Sundar Gopal said that he got Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's handwriting of this song, Udila Aruna Puravabhage, like the original handwritten, this song. And at the top of the song, he writes the what do you call it? The raga that it's meant to be sung in. Forgot what the raga was actually. I found it also the first time he ever published it, which was in Sajantoshini, and I found that, and it tells you the rag and the tal for how to sing it. So that's something I'm very excited to do, to actually find out the original melody that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur intended this song to be sung in. So hopefully that will be soon, that we can, because it was some kind of raga that I never seen or heard before, and so, but yeah, that will be exciting. And this is just like one of my favorite memories on Navadvip Parikrama. Every day we'd leave first thing in the morning, right after Mangalarti, when it was still dark out. Our whole Parikrama party would go, and Mahaprabhu would be there in the palki in the front, in the what do you call it? In the can't think of, palanquin in the front, and all the devotees would be doing kirtan. There's thousands of people walking throughout the roads of Navadvip, and all the trees are there, and it's like just this beautiful atmosphere. And then the sun begins to rise, and in that atmosphere, with Mahaprabhu's palki there, all the devotees, all of Navadvip, like this beautiful atmosphere. And then we sing Udila Aruna as we watch the sun rise, and we're remembering Mahaprabhu's Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan. It's just like the most exciting, like just one of the best experiences, the best feelings, and every day we can remember this. So the meaning is, when the reddish sun began to rise on the eastern horizon, Shri Gaur Hari, the jewel among the twice-born, at once awoke. Taking his devotees with him, he went into the towns and villages of Navadvip. Tatoi, tatoi, the mridangas resounded, and the kartals played in time. Overflowing with prem, Sri Gauranga's golden limbs swayed gracefully, causing the ankle bells on his feet to jingle. So when the sun rises, this is our daily meditation. This should be I haven't been doing this, and now I really want to do it. I want to start this. Every single day, when the sun rises, go through this kirtan and remember this beautiful. That's one of the wonderful things about these, all these daily kirtans that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote for different times of the day. They're so descriptive. And so you have like a very clear image that you can have in all the arati songs. Every single line of each arati song is a beautiful image that could be painted even. That's something I always dreamed of these different daily kirtans, because they're so descriptive and so vivid, the imagery in them. And so to have like a beautiful illustration for each one, so that when you're singing all the lines of the arati songs, or when you're singing this, then you can have a very specific, beautiful picture to have in your mind when you're singing it. And so in this scene, when Mahaprabhu is taking the Sankirtan party out throughout the towns and villages of Navadvip, and the mridangas are resounding, kartals are playing in time, Mahaprabhu's golden limbs are swaying gracefully, and the ankle bells on his feet are jingling. So in this scene, then Mahaprabhu is calling out to everybody, Mukunda Madhava Yadava Hari Bolore Bolore Vadana Bhori. He's telling everybody, call out Mukunda Madhav Yadava Hari. Everyone chant, filling your mouths with the holy names of the Lord. Miche nida vashe gelore rati divasha sharira saje. Oh, you pass your nights in vain, captivated by sleep, and your days in decorating your body. Don't any of you think about what you are doing now that you've achieved this rare human body? If you do not worship the son of Yadav now, you will fall into a shameful condition at the time of death. I'm going to just read through the translation and then we can sing through the song, since we don't have so much time to go through it in detail. But the sun that has risen will eventually set. Then, realizing that the day has gone, you will become busy and restless, as if to make up for lost time. And my Gurudev, he writes this. He says, in other words, when you are old and your life is nearly over, you will realize that you should have been performing bhajan. So why do you remain idle and not worship the Lord of the heart? Know this essential fact. Material life is temporary and filled with various troubles and burdens. Earnestly take shelter of the holy name and remain engaged in your occupational duties. Drink the pure nectar of Krishna Nam. Oh, so that was Mahaprabhu's instruction, and that's where it ends. And then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, drink the pure nectar of Krishna Nam and thus give relief to Bhaktivinod's burning heart. There is nothing except the holy name within all the 3 worlds. There's nothing except the holy name within all the 14 worlds, desiring to benefit the living entities. These sweet holy names have come to the material world. They shine like the sun in the sky of the heart, destroying the darkness of ignorance. What a powerful daily meditation. Wow. I'm just imagining, why haven't I been doing this before? But if I really deeply focused on this kirtan every single morning, went through all the words, and I became very clear on the meaning of all the words, and I just every day, right when the sun's rising, just completely try to focus my mind and absorb my mind in all these words, this scene, these instructions of Mahaprabhu. This also, we have the Mahaprabhu with all of his associates and this beautiful image of them when they're doing kirtan, and all these details of the kirtan, and Mahaprabhu's limbs swaying and the ankle bells on his feet jingling and all that. We have that image, and then at the end of the kirtan, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives us another image of this Nam filling up the entire 14 worlds. There's nothing except for this Nam throughout the 14 worlds. And then these sweet holy names shining like the sun in the sky of the heart, destroying the darkness of ignorance. So that's another image of our heart, the sky of our heart being, right now, our life, everything is just darkness. But then this Nam is coming and lighting up the sun within the sky of the heart. So that's another image. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also has, Bhajan or Hasya starts with this meditation also, with this kind of meditation. So this is how we should begin every single day. Let's sing this song and then we will move on to Jeev Jagu. I don't have a mridanga. Well, actually, I'm too lazy. Let's just sing it. Udilaya runa purava bhage Dvijamani gora amani jage Bhakata samoha loya sate Gela nagara vraje Tatoy tatoy Bajal khol Ghana ghana tahe jhanjera rol Preme dala dhala sonarayanga charane no purabaje. Mukunda Madhava Yadava Hari bolo re badana bhori miche nidavashe gelo re rati divasa sharira saje. Emona durlava manava deha paya ki koro bhavana ke ho ebhe na bhojile Yashoda sutta charame poribe laje. Udita tapana hoile asta dina gelo boli hoibe vyasta tabe keno ebe alasa hoi na bhaja hridaya raje. Jivana anitya jana ho sar tahe nana vida vipad bhar namashaya kori jatane tumi tako yapana kaje. Krishna nama sudat koriyapan jurao bhakti vinora pran nama vina kichu nahi koyar choda bhuvana maje. Jivera kalyana sadhana kam jagate yasiye madhura nam avidyati miratapana rupe hridgagane viraje. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. I have something stuck on my throat. But yeah, wow, such a powerful song, huh? And there's so much urgency in this song also. That's something it's Mahaprabhu directly instructing all the inhabitants of Nadia and all throughout the villages, instructing everybody in this way with so much urgency. And we have such, just so powerful. Now we'll go through, and there are quotes of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada going through this song. Like on a morning walk, Srila Prabhupada, there's just a different topic going on, and then Srila Prabhupada suddenly says, this time he used to take his Sankirtan party for strolling all over the city. Udila Aruna Purava Bhage Dvijaman Mani Gora Amani Jage. This is just in the midst of like a completely different conversation. And then we see what in the midst, like just while in this other conversation, then all of a sudden Srila Prabhupada, he just breaks into what he's meditating on at that moment. You can imagine this is Srila Prabhupada's, he's daily daily meditating it like this. Different quotes of Srila Prabhupada speaking about it. What does Srila Prabhupada say? He says, anyhow, let's move on. Sthane stita shutikatan tanuvan manobir. He's going through all these different things. Gayanti, Shrinvanti, Smaranti. Anyhow, let's move on, because we will go through these songs in more depth later on, and we can what Srila Prabhupada says regarding the morning kirtan songs. What you have given us are all right. If time permits, there are other songs that can be sung, such as Jiv Jago, Udila Aruna. He's saying that, yeah, you can sing these songs every day in the ISKCON temple there. Alright, anyhow, let's move on to Jiv Jago. So, wake up, sleeping souls, Jiv Jago, Jiv Jago. Jago means wake up. Jiv Jago, Jiv Jago, Gora Chanda Bole. This is Mahaprabhu's Shri Gora Chandra. He's calling. How long will you sleep in the lap of the witch of Maya? Koto nidra jao Maya pisha chir kole. Right now you're just sleeping in the lap of Maya. How long are you going to sleep in the lap of Maya? You came into this world saying you will worship the Lord. But having forgotten this, you remain burdened by ignorance. It is only to deliver you that I have descended. Who but me is your friend? I have brought the medicine that will destroy the disease of Maya. Take these holy names, I beg you. Mahaprabhu is begging us to take these holy names. He's brought this medicine that will destroy the disease of Maya, and he's just like begging us, take these holy names that's going to destroy your suffering, this Maya. This will deliver you. In Bhakti Vinod, falling at the lotus feet of Sriman Mahaprabhu, Bhakti Vinod has begged for and accepted this Harinam mantra. Jiv Jago, Jiv Jago, Gora Chanda Bole, Koto Nidra Jao Maya, Pishachira Kole, Bhajibo Boliya Ese, Sangsara Bhitare, Boliya Rahile Tumi, Avidyara Bhore, Tomare Loite Ami, Hoinu Yavatara, Ami Bina Bandhu Ar, Ke ache tomara, Enechi oshadi Maya, Nashi bara lagi, Harinama Mahamantra, Lo tumi magi, Bhakti Vinora Prabhu, Charane Poriya, Hoshe Hari Nama Mantra, Loilo Magiya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lots of times in the mat, they will sing this right after, well, in the Gaudiya Mats of our Śrīla Bhakti-Priyaṁ Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja. So they will sing this right after Tulsi, like right after Mangalarti. Then there's Tulsi Parikrama, Jai Radhe, Jai Krishna, Jai Vrindavan. And right after singing that, Jai Radhe, Jai Krishna, Jai Vrindavan, then they'll sing Jiv Jago, Gora Chanda Bole. So even like before the sun rises, lots of times they'll sing this song. And then Udila Aruna. So one interesting thing with this Udila Aruna, before we used to always have it as 8 separate verses, but then I noticed that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in his the original way he published it, it is actually only 4 verses. So now I grouped them together like this. Yeah, because that was something I always wondered. Usually Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur always ends every verse with his name, And then I was like, why is there a verse after he mentions his name? But then I realized, oh, it's actually one verse, this whole thing. So I really love this line here. Ami vina bandhu ar ke ache tomar. Other than me, who is your friend in this world? It's only to deliver you that I've descended. There's no other reason for Mahaprabhu to come to this world or for Krishna to come to this world other than for the deliverance of the jivas. There's nothing lacking in Goloka Vrindavan. Nothing lacking in Shvetadvip, Navadvip, in the eternal Dham. Alright, so that is our Bhakti Vinod Kiti Dhara for today. I would have loved to go through these kirtans in more depth, but that will have to wait till after Gaur Purnima time when we do this program slowly and not rush through everything. So now, how should we do this? We have 20 minutes. Maybe we should start with Srila Gurudev's glorification of Śrīla Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja, and then we can read some of the words of Śrīla Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja. So, although this is his appearance day, this glorification will be filled with separation, because this is after Śrīla Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja entered Nitya Lila in 2002. I remember when that happened, we were all in Varshana. So, Srila Gurudev says, I offer my humble obeisances unto the lotus feet of my Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, to all the Vaishnavas, and to Sri Gauranga. By the causeless mercy of Shri Guru and Gauranga, the first 15 days of our Niyam Seva Kartik Vrat have passed without a problem. They have passed sweetly and happily. Today, however, we received very sad news. In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Srila Rai Ramananda, Dukha madhye kon dukha hoye gurutar, Krishna bhakta viraha vina, dukha nahi deki par. It's in Madhya Lila chapter 8. Sriman Mahaprabhu asked Sri Rai Ramananda, what is the worst type of suffering? Sri Ramananda Rai replied, Vaishnav viraha. Other than that, I don't see any suffering other than separation from Krishna's devotee. Para means the greatest, the highest or greatest. The greatest, our most grievous suffering is Vaishnava viraha, separation from pure Vaishnavas. After the disappearance of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, my Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, along with a few others, established Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. And Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj was one of the founding members. Guru Maharaj had already taken sannyas and had been preaching for a long time. But now he established the new Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti's headquarters in Navadvip and began preaching through the Samiti. Guru Maharaj had three prominent sevaks, Param Pujapad Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vaman Maharaj, Pujapad Shri Srimad Trivikrama Maharaj, and I began to serve him totally, with our lives and souls ready to risk our lives. From the very beginning, Pujapad Vaman Maharaj, Pujapad Trivikrama Maharaj, and I were made three pillars of the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti by my Guru Maharaj. At that time, Srila Parajatak Maharaj was not with us. He joined after some time. Srila Vaman Maharaj especially served Srila Guru Maharaj in so many ways. He was the publisher of our Gaudiya Patrika monthly magazine and of many other literatures. He was also Guru Maharaj's scribe, and he would take dictations for his correspondence, articles, and books. Even before I joined, when I was a police officer and had never personally met Guru Maharaj, Gurudev would write me with great love and affection. He would dictate his letters, addressing me as Tiwariji, because I came from a high-class Brahmin family with the surname Tiwari. Then, after I joined, and until I was initiated, Pujapad Vaman Maharaj would also call me Tiwariji. Srila Vaman Maharaj was like the mother of the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. He took care of everyone in the mat, and supplied whatever anyone needed, like prasadam, clothing, and so on. Wow, so not only was he fully engaged in all this publication work and all the Gaudiya Patrikas, and because he didn't just do the Gaudiya Patrikas, but all the books. He was like like one of the main people for organizing all of those. He's the publisher in all the books. He's the publisher. But then also he was like the mother of them, providing everybody prasadam, clothing, everything they needed. As for Śrīla Trivikrama Mahārāja, he was very, very qualified. Our Guru Maharaj was in charge of publications, and he put Śrīla Trivikrama Mahārāja in charge of organizing all the preaching. And his services included sending other preachers to various districts of Bengal. Śrīla Trivikrama Mahārāja would personally go collecting and preaching, especially in the district of Bardhaman. And through him, Guru Maharaj did a great deal of preaching in Medinipur, Chobis Parganas, and other places. Chobis Pargana and other places. From when I first joined, Srila Vaman Maharaj showed great affection upon me. However, Param Pujapad Śrīla Trivikrama Mahārāja showed me even more familial affection. Our Guru Maharaj placed me in his hands, and we became very close. It was Śrīla Trivikrama Mahārāja who taught me how to perform kirtan, how to preach, and how to collect donations, how to perform bhiksha. Sometimes, in a very loving way, he would also rebuke me. When we see Śrīla Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja's writing, he was very cutting, very sharp, very strong, but also very soft. But yeah, we'll see when we read his katha. In all the years that I spent with Guru Maharaj, I was never rebuked by my Gurudev. But with so much love and affection, Śrīla Trivikrama Mahārāja used to do so. We had such a close connection that sometimes our discussions would become very heated. I would counter his arguments and he would counter mine, and our Guru Maharaj would kindly support me by taking my side. Śrīla Trivikrama Mahārāja used to preach all over India, and when he would go to preach with our Guru Maharaj, I would go with them as Guru Maharaj's sevak. I would massage him, cook for him, wash his clothes, and carry a lantern for him because there was no electricity at that time, and I performed many other services. Sometimes I made mistakes, and at those times Śrīla Trivikrama Mahārāja would protect me. For some time it was a regular procedure that in each village, along with his lectures, Guru Maharaj would present a slideshow depicting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and other great personalities. I once forgot to bring the slide projector, and when I realized this, I was in great anxiety that Guru Maharaj would be upset with me. Śrīla Trivikrama Mahārāja asked me what was wrong, and when I told him, he said, "Don't worry, I'll handle the matter. I will take care of everything for you." Later on, when Guru Maharaj was ready to give his lecture and his slideshow presentation, he asked Śrīla Trivikrama Mahārāja, "So, is everything ready?" Trivikrama Mahārāja replied, "Oh, today is a very cloudy day and it may rain. If you show the slides, the program will take a long time. The rain may come and everyone will leave before you've completed your class." Guru Maharaj asked, "Then what should I do?" Śrīla Trivikrama Mahārāja replied, "Why not just give the class?" And Guru Maharaj was satisfied to do that. Years later, Śrīla Trivikrama Mahārāja reminded me of this incident and asked me if I remembered it. I said yes, and we happily and tightly embraced one another. Actually, I think we read this during Kartik time, this last Kartik, and something very interesting. I had that very slide projector with me in the office, in the GBP office at that time. We had just gotten it, and you can see it. It's a very interesting, very interesting machine, and there's no electricity in those villages there, so it's powered by petrol, and it shines this light through this, and then it has all these little like glass pictures of verses and of images and like that. And so then we got to see, there's a whole box full of like tons of these slides, and so then we got to see a glimpse of what the preaching used to be like at that time. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, that's something I hope we can do sometime, figure out how to get that machine working so that we could also see the slides. So Guru Maharaj entered Nitya Lila in October 1968, but internally he is always looking after us and encouraging us. Externally, Śrīla Trivikrama Maharaj took the place of my Guru Maharaj in the sense that he encouraged me in all my activities. When I began preaching in the West and writing and translating books, I would write to Param Pujapad Śrīla Vamana Maharaj, Śrīla Trivikrama Maharaj, and others for advice, because they are very qualified preachers. Śrīla Trivikrama Maharaj would reply to my letters without delay. He would encourage me and inspire me to write more books and to preach all over the world. Pujapad Vamana Maharaj is the present Acharya of the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, and he remains very busy with many grave responsibilities. He is always very happy with my preaching, but sometimes he is sick and therefore he cannot always answer my letters. Pujapad Trivikrama Maharaj, on the other hand, usually remains in one place, and he always replied without delay. I cannot forget him. I consider both Srila Bhaktivedanta Vamana Maharaj and Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Maharaj to be my Shiksha Gurus. They supported, nourished, and inspired me, so much so that I cannot express my feelings in words. However, in my relationship with Trivikrama Maharaj, we used to sleep together, quarrel together over philosophy, and we loved each other in so many ways. Sometimes we presented different ideas and we countered each other's arguments. But he greatly honored me. Although I was giving honor to him as a Shiksha Guru, sometimes in his last days, he used to offer me Shashtanga Pranam. He even used to offer pranams to my sandals when I was not present before him. No one else could have done this. He was so polite and humble. He was a senior Vaishnava in all respects, and he could help the entire world. But he used to write to me, "We cannot do the services you are doing for Gurudev, so I especially favor you and praise you. May you preach for a long time. May you write and publish many books." And actually we can see the letters that Śrīla Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja wrote. There's many letters that Śrīla Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja wrote to our Gurudev, and you could see him actually writing this. And I remember in one of the letters, he was writing all these questions to our Śrīla Gurudev on philosophical points. Because we know the relationship is they're always getting in debate with each other and always cutting each other's points and like that. But then you could see at the same time, and these were in the very later days also, he asked all these questions, philosophical questions, on different Siddhantic points, because he wanted to see my Gurudev's viewpoints on these different topics. It's just so amazing, the humility and the affection. He was a grave poet, scholar, and astrologer. He has written an arati of our Guru Maharaj, which is sung every evening in Navadvip Dham, wherein he expressed his extreme humility. At the end of the arati, he wrote that the devotees are singing and doing many wonderful services to Gurudev, but he alone is not. He wrote, "Oh, I am so unworthy. I do not serve Gurudev like Sajan Sevak." That was Śrīla Vamana Gosvāmī Mahārāja's name before sannyas, or Gaur Narayan, as Śrīla Gurudev's name before sannyas. "And therefore, I behold their services from a distance." How does it go? In the song it goes, "Dur mati dur hoite, deke Trivikram." That's the last line of the Aruṇodaya-Kīrtana, or Param Gurudev that he wrote. "Dur mati dur hoite, deke Trivikram." From far away, this Śrīla Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja is just watching all these services performed by all the devotees, and he goes through Śrīla Vamana Gosvāmī Mahārāja. He's doing the chamar, and our Śrīla Gurudev, he's singing Uchakante, and this unfortunate, this Durmati, this fallen unfortunate wretch, is watching them perform these services from a distance. He was a Niskinchan Vaishnav. He did not accept any disciples. We have lost one of the pillars of the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti today. But I feel some relief knowing that he is left during this Kartik month, in Shukla Paksha during Niyam Seva Vrat, and that he was in Navadip Dham. Also, he left during the time of the Madhyan Lila. He left at 12:25 p.m. At the time of Amrita Yoga, an auspicious time of the day according to the movement of the sun and moon. Also, it was also Tritiya Titi, one of the auspicious days of the fortnight. He inspired us to observe Anukut Mahotsav, Deepavali, and Bhatri Dvitiya. Internally in my heart, Śrīla Trivikrama Mahārāja told me that he would leave this world after we observed those festivals. It was a wonderful thing. Otherwise, if he had left before, we would have been absorbed in thoughts and activities relating to him, and he would have not been able to properly observe those important holy functions. Now, being the representative of you all, I am offering my heartfelt Pushpanjali at his lotus feet. I think that he has been placed in Samadhi today on the bank of the holy Ganga in Sri Navadip. Where is he now? He will be in Navadip Dham or Vrajadham. He was always especially inclined towards Mahaprabhu in Navadip Dham, and therefore I think that he is there. I pray for all of us that he will be very merciful to me and to all of you, and that he will inspire us and give us blessings so that we can try to serve Sri Hari, Guru and Vaishnav and do bhajan as he did. Jai Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pravishya Śrīmad Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai. So, I see it's already 8 o'clock. So I think what I'll do is, I didn't see before Rukmini Didi and Deepika Gupta Didi and Champak Mataji. Haribol. So what I think I'll do is, I'll end our program officially. Like I'll do a quick Mahamantra and Jaidvani, and then for anybody who wants to stay a little bit longer, I'll read one short article by Śrīla Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja. So, all right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Śrīla Gurudev Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Gurudev Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Narayana Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai. Oh, sorry, first we start. Jai Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai. Jai Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Gurudev Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Narayana Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Vaman Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai. To dear Shubha Avirbhav Titi Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Swami Mahārāja Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja Param Gurudev Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosvāmī Prabhupada Ki Jai. All the associates of Jagadguru Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Gorksharas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Jagannathas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Swaparshad Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopigan Ki Jai. Shri Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Vrindai Tulsi Devai, Priyai Keshavascha, Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi, Satyavatai Namo Namaha, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat Pranams, dear devotees, Nari Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarini Mataji, and Amal Krishna Prabhu, Sarveshwari Mataji, Shubhananda Prabhu, Deepika Didi, Champak Mataji, Rukmini Didi, And let's see on thank you, Amal Kisharu. Let's see on YouTube and Facebook who has joined us. Just opening it up. I see Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams Maharaj, and Vidyalala Sadidi, Ganga Mataji, and I'm guessing Indira Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji, and a few other devotees. If you leave a comment, I'll see your name. Also, pranams to the devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi, Jayadev Prabhu, Ananda Pradayini Didi, Krishna Vallabha Didi, Anuradha Mataji, Vrinda Didi, and everybody else. Pranams. So, that is the official ending of our program. And now, for anybody who wants to stay longer, I'm going to read a short article. I was thinking to read this article here. Where is it? Hey, I lost it. Oh no, this one we just read. Where are the other ones? Here. So I was thinking of reading this article, which is Krishna is only hungry for love. It's a beautiful article, and I thought it was relevant for our programs here, because but it's a little bit too long. It's not super, yeah, it's too long. It's definitely too long. So I thought we could just read a little part from it now. Let's read from here. We'll just read like a few paragraphs. In Shastra, everything has been explained. How we can attain him, how we can attain Krishna, and what will prevent us from attaining him. Despite having heard these instructions and knowing them well, we still do not become sincere in our attempts to follow them. Why are we knowingly doing wrong? Whose fault is this? All acharyas instruct us by practicing these instructions in their own lives. But we do not accept their example. If we do not accept it, then what will happen? Whose fault is it? Is it the fault of the acharyas? And Śrīla Trivikrama Gosvāmī, she spoke this class in English, actually. Likewise, we reject everything that is auspicious for us. We do not want any part of it. Instead, we want inauspiciousness. We want to hear nice music and singing. We want to hear the nice playing of instruments. We accept this as kirtan. For all the instruments and singing and everything's nice, that we accept this as kirtan. Have the acharyas demonstrated such a teaching? Will this behavior of ours be accepted as properly following the example of the acharyas? This is disobedience. Will those who disobey attain any good? This is indeed a fault. Kirtan is not the same as merely singing and playing instruments. In merely singing and playing instruments, one may be seeking one's own sense gratification. It has therefore been prohibited. But in real kirtan, there is no question of seeking one's own sense gratification. Through kirtan, we want to please the senses of Bhagavan. How will we do that? We cannot see or understand Bhagavan. What do the senses of Bhagavan need or desire? If we do not know the answer to this, then how will we ever be able to serve or please his senses? Can we gratify his senses simply with sweet melodies? What to speak of humans, even a snake raises his hood when he hears a sweet melody. Even deer silently follow a sweet sound. Such is the attraction of a beautiful melody. These melodies have a powerful effect on the mundane senses, so of course we are attracted when we hear them. But this attraction is not bhakti. Musical sounds attract everybody, but mere music is not kirtan. According to the tenets of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it must be rejected. Sujantre mishaya gabo, sumaduratan anande koribo duhar rupa guna gana. That's the verse 2 of Hari Hari Kabimor Hoibe Sudin by Śrīla Narottam Das Thakur. As the sounds of the divine instruments mix and create the sweetest melodies, I will blissfully sing songs about their forms and qualities. He only accepted kol, mridanga, and kartal for use in kirtan. This is the order of our divine master also. He's saying Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only accepted these instruments in kirtan. And our divine master, Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Kesava Gosvāmī Mahārāja, he also enforced this. Actually, in the Mat, they're really strict. They don't allow harmonium in the temple. It's only like if there's a big public program, but just in the day-to-day kirtans, harmonium's not even allowed. During their time, they did not use other musical instruments. So why shall I? And then there's a class by our Srila Gurudev. There's an excerpt of our Gurudev's talking about the same thing. Our Gurudev, he says that Guru Maharaj would tell his followers, explain that in the line Sujante Mishaya Gabo Sumaduratan Sujantre, sounds of divine instruments means kol and karatal. Otherwise, our Srila Gurudev is saying, otherwise people will think that Sujantre means harmonium and all other similar instruments. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada was very strict, 1,000 times more than I am. Although we do see that these instruments are used even by our acharyas, but I think the reason is for attracting people to this path. It wasn't, their own. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just reading what Srila Gurudev said. Anyways, this goes on. Oh, actually, I like this part. Let's just read this and then we'll stop here. Is God hungry? Whenever one seeks to satisfy one's own senses, bhakti is hindered. Hence, nice food and nice clothing have also been prohibited. Bhalo na khaibe ar bhalo na poribe. Do not eat delicious food and do not dress opulently. That's in Chaitanya Charitamrita. If we do kirtan with a harmonium, sitar, violin, or the like, it is so pleasing to us. But who can perform kirtan? Can the instruments like the harmonium or violin do it? Mother Yashoda used to call for Krishna. Did she do it while playing a harmonium or violin? Hey Lala, come! Or did Krishna come running to her because of her melodious voice? What attracted him? Bhakti. And then he quotes this verse, which is in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nano Pachara Krita Pujanam Artha Bandho. It says, when the devotee, this is from Madhya Lila, chapter 8. So when the devotee makes various offerings to the Supreme Lord, he who is the best friend of the distressed, if the offerings are filled with love, then the Lord becomes overjoyed, just as food and drink become the source of immense joy for one who is extremely hungry and thirsty. The Srimad Bhagavatam has given us such instructions. If we make nice sweets and nice food and give them to Krishna, will he eat them? Is he hungry? Should we conclude that Krishna has never seen nice food before? Krishna has never seen nice food before. Should we conclude this about Krishna, that he has never eaten nice food before? This is a misconception. Duryodhana offered Krishna so many opulent preparations. He had the nicest food prepared and presented to Krishna on a golden plate. But Krishna didn't even glance at them. On the other hand, when he visited the house of his dear devotee Vidura, he gladly ate banana peels with utmost satisfaction. He thoroughly enjoyed the offering there, the banana peels. Now what is devotion? What did Sudama Vipra bring for his friend Krishna? He brought broken flat rice. But when he saw Krishna's vast opulence firsthand, he was too ashamed to show Krishna his meager offering. How can I give this to him, he thought. My friend is such a big king, and he has such opulent arrangements for nice food and enjoyment. My offering is not fit for him. Yet Krishna forcefully took the broken flat rice away from him. Then he ate it and said to his friend Sudama, You were going to deprive me of such nice things? This must be remembered always. Let's read this paragraph and then we'll finish. It's such a nice article. I just don't want to stop, but I want to be respectful of everybody's time. So, Prem naiva bhakta hridayam sukha vidrutam syat. The only thing Krishna craves is the sincere love in the heart of his devotee. It's the only thing Krishna craves. Are we sincere? Do we love Krishna sincerely? Or do we love others? My babies, my husband or wife. Are they not more dear to me than Krishna? Are they not the most dear to me? They are. So then why should Krishna come to me? But if someone has given up all other connections, Krishna will surely go to him. Krishna is not a shareholder. No partial settlement will please him. I shall love you, I shall love my father, I shall love my mother and my daughter, and I shall love my husband, and I shall love everyone. I am equal to all of you. I love you, Krishna, and I also love this person, I love that person, I love everybody equally. This will not do. This is not pure devotion. It is not bhakti. This is a lower grade of devotion, like Karma Mishra Bhakti, Gyan Mishra Bhakti, or Yoga Mishra Bhakti. It is to be rejected. You know what? I'm just going to continue reading. Why not? Yeah, if anybody needs to go, that's totally fine. Like, you can watch this later also on YouTube. I didn't start at the beginning though, but anyhow, it doesn't matter. So, Anyavi lashita shunyam jnana karma dhyanavratam anukulyena krishnanu shilanam bhaktiruttama. It's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1:1:11. Perpetual ardent endeavor meant exclusively for Sri Krishna and performed out of genuine sympathy for him, when neither prone to any selfish ulterior desires, nor eclipsed by any impersonal knowledge, fruit of work, or any other occupation, is known as Uttama Bhakti. Adulterated devotion to Bhagavan will never suffice in place of Uttama Bhakti. Everything must be given up for Bhagavan's sake. Have you left everything? Who have you left? Have you left your wife? You consider yourselves to be very elevated devotees, but have you actually left anything? We want to go along, taking everything with us. That is a lower form of devotion. Some people pray, Dhanam Dehi, Yasho Dehi, Manorma Bharya Dehi, Sarvam Kamangscha Dehi. Oh Lord, give me wealth, give me fame, give me a beautiful wife, fulfill all my desires. This kind of mentality is sheer foolishness. Only he who has lost all knowledge of his self will crave mundane things. Give me money, give me a house, give me children, give me a wife, give me honor, give me a husband, give me everything. What will Krishna tell such people? He will say, Ama bhaje, mage vishay sukh, amrita chari vishamage, e boro murk. Sorry. He performs bhajan of me, but asks for the pleasure of sense objects. So he verily begs for poison while forsaking nectar. He is a great fool. He will say, he is the most foolish of men. Why? And Krishna says, such people do not know what my glories are, or what can be achieved by attaining me. They do not know, and so they do not love me. They do not understand what a valuable thing I am, because their intelligence is completely lost. Not everyone knows what Krishna is. They do not realize that he is the highest and the most precious thing. A customer searching for something precious should have the proper intelligence, enthusiasm, and inclination to acquire it. what would we do with Bhagavan? There's nothing inferior about Krishna. He has therefore said, Avajananti ma mudha manusham tanum ashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. That's in Bhagavad Gita 9:11. When I appear in my human-like form, foolish people with mundane intelligence disrespect me, because they cannot comprehend my nature as the Supreme Lord of all beings. Through this verse, Krishna warns us, those who are bound by Maya, and who have regard for the objects of Maya, do not know me. They cannot understand what I am, and therefore they disregard me. They disobey and underestimate me. If Bhagavan were to come in front of us now, what would we say? What would we do with him? A person will follow whatever tendencies he has and beg for something accordingly. Will they love Krishna as Mother Yashoda loves him? Will they give up loving those whom they love now? We are staying in Vraj for 1 month for Kartik. But how often do we daydream about returning to our homes? We think, many days have gone by, soon I'll go home, and I'll see how the children are, and how my father is doing. Where is our consciousness? Is it directed towards Bhagavan? I cannot adulterate the truth, for I am my Gurudev's disciple. The truth must be told. Even if we only speak a little bit, it should be pure. Shuddha Bhakti is what we must achieve. How can we achieve Shuddha Bhakti? How can we attain pure devotion? Impure devotion is not the best thing, for it cannot help us attain Lord Krishna. We must be purely devoted, and devotion must be of the highest rank, like the Vrajavasis, like the Gopis and others. What to speak of the Gopis? There are many devotees in Vrindavan whom we must aspire to be like. But we are not following any of them. Instead, we are busy trying to enjoy our senses. We should give up that sort of enjoyment. Melodious sound is not kirtan. In fact, it is actually prohibited in Shastra. Comes under the, there's many quotes by Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, from our Param Gurudev, from Śrīla Vamana Goswāmī also quotes it, is this Torya Trika is prohibited. In Manu Samhita it says that this Torya Trika, which is song, dance, and music, I think, these three things are the gateway towards going into enjoyment and ultimately to hell. So melodious sound is not kirtan. In fact, it is actually prohibited in Shastra. Even when it is in the name or pastimes of Krishna, even when it is the name or pastimes of Krishna that are being chanted or explained, if the speaker is not a pure devotee, we should not hear from him. This is the order given in Shastra. Avaishnava mukod girnam puttam hari katamritam shravanam naiva kartavyam sarpochishtam yatapaya. That's in the Padma Purana. It says, one should not hear anything about Krishna from a non-Vaishnav. Milk touched by the lips of a serpent is poisonous. Similarly, talks about Krishna given by a non-Vaishnav are also poisonous. Doesn't even matter if they're speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, but it's poisonous if the person's a non-Vaishnav. Why is this warning an order found in Shastra? We give so much praise. Oh, this kirtan is so great. Everyone was completely enchanted. But was it kirtan? In the name of kirtan, there was sense enjoyment. Even if we don't like it, we should hear it. If someone praises us or says to us, bravo, or they say, oh, that was so beautiful, then we consider, yes, he is a very good man. But their words are not good for us. One should not hear one's own praise. He who reprimands us is actually our friend. He is the cause of auspiciousness for us. What is told in leave everything for Krishna? This is the end of it. Yes, Rukmini Didi. Did you raise your hand by accident? Oh, there you are. I can't hear you though. I think my volume's up. Yeah, maybe, which microphone do you have selected? Okay, yeah, I still can't hear you if you're talking. I wonder if it's just from my side. Yeah, it says you're unmuted, but there's no sound coming. Maybe if you go into audio and change the microphone. I'm going to just continue reading this, and then if it works, then you can mention at the end. Yeah. So leave everything for Krishna. What is told in Shastra? Tavat karmani kurvita na nirvideta yavata mat katha shavanadova shraddha yavan najayate. It's in Srimad Bhagavatam 11:29. One should continue to engage in his prescribed duties, his karma, as long as one has neither developed renunciation nor faith in hearing and reciting topics about me. Karma means endeavoring for one's own sense gratification. If we want sense gratification and therefore get married, what will we attain? Will we attain Bhagavan? Splendid! What a nice arrangement! But if that is the case, why does Shastra instruct us to leave everything for Bhagavan? Sarva dharmam pratyaja mamikam sharanam praja ahangtam sarva papebhyo mokshaishami ma shucha. In Bhagavad Gita 18:66 it says, completely abandoning all bodily and mental dharma, such as duties prescribed according to varna and ashram. Fully surrender to me alone. I shall liberate you from all reactions to your sins. Do not grieve. Why has this been told? Krishna tells us, leave everything, wife, husband, father, mother, give up your service to all of them and serve me. Everything must be left for me. If one tries to serve me and continues to serve everyone else, it will not work. Yet we want to see all as equal. Splendid, he'll say. Splendid, he'll say. Such devotion. You see me as equal to other men, equal with the jivas who are imprisoned in Maya, equal to birds and dogs? Splendid! You are such faithful followers of Dharma. We insist. No, I see everyone equally. All is one. One should view everyone equally. The idea that someone is inferior and someone is superior is not proper. This conception is prominent nowadays. All exists in equality? Where is everything equal? Any two things are not equal. What to speak of everything? All things are separate, with differences between each of them. An intelligent man sees someone for what he really is. We should understand Maya to be Maya. We should not think that by serving Maya, we are somehow serving Bhagavan. Through bondage to Maya, one is barred from serving Bhagavan. Okay, so that is the end of that article. I'm just looking at the comments. Okay. So, yeah, Rukmini Didi says, I have a question that I tried to ask, but I'm not sure why it's not working. Let's see if it works this time. Yeah. Can anybody hear? Yeah, I still can't hear anything. Is it just me? Because I still can't. Yeah, no, Sarveshwari Mataji also can't hear. Yeah, there's some problem with the mic, unfortunately. Yeah, sorry about that. Yes, you can leave and come back. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Yes. And Shubhananda Prabhu, yeah, I will share this. I will share this article on in the WhatsApp group. I can do that. Well, actually, but then I'll just be sharing the whole PDF. I'll see. I'll try to do that. Another thing that I'm not going to read it at all.
Well.
Okay, now it works. Yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to see if it worked.
Yeah. Now you're loud and clear. That's fine. You didn't interrupt.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. So Dandavat Pranams. So my question was about the specific 2 sentences, which is a ways back, melodious kirtan No, melodious sound is not kirtan. In fact, it is prohibited. I think that was the. Can we go back there?
Yes, just 1 second. I think you got it exactly right, though. Let's see. Did I close it already? No, I don't think so. Yeah, here it is. Where was that? Melodious.
I just saw it. You passed it, but
Oh, I passed it. Oops.
yes. Yeah, there. In fact, it is actually prohibited in Shastra. So I'm sure you understand what this means, but I think that it's not clear at all. These two sentences make it sound like we should try not to have any melody in kirtan, and we should sing monotonously, or if we can sing out of tune, that will be good. Because
Yeah, it does. Does sound like that. Yeah.
so the antecedent of it, like what exactly is prohibited, that is not clear.
So yeah, the way I'm understanding this, it's referring to what's that term? Toria trika.
Yes, you said this several times, but then you didn't translate it, so it was
Okay.
still confusing.
Yeah, I think I didn't translate it because I don't have the exact perfect dictionary definition, but Toria Trika are the triad of music, dance, and song and singing. I think that's what it is.
Oh,
And
those, yes.
yes,
I recall that, but that doesn't. Yes, so that melodious sound is one of these three, but the thing is
and
that doesn't explain like what exactly is prohibited.
so when he says melodious sounds, the way I'm seeing it is sangeet, like music. And music also singing, but it's the attention is on the beauty of the melodies rather than like usually like in the songbook we're putting a whole excerpt from a class that my Gurudev gave about real kirtan and covered kirtan, and he talks about how the difference between sangeet or music and actual kirtan, how because the purpose of all the melody and all the instruments and everything is to bring out the mood in a kirtan. Otherwise, there's no purpose for the melody. There's no purpose for the mridanga kartals. They're only serving. They're serving the mood that is in the kirtan to bring out the mood of the kirtan. But if the kirtan, the words in the song are just some lyrics to that will make a nice song, then that's the opposite. And so that's what I think. It's like it's when the
Right.
music, the melody is the kirtan's being used to serve the melody rather than the melody being used to serve the kirtan. And so I think when you're focusing on melody,
that's what I assumed was meant, more or less. And but the thing is that so this word I don't know if you have any ability to like make a change in the article. So this word there should either be a parenthesis that says i.e. for its own sake, that I would summarize
yes,
everything that you just said as for its own sake,
yeah,
or like a footnote or endnote that links to that exact thing that you just quoted from, that explains it more clearly, because what's written there it is very confusing.
it's true. Yeah, no, and actually, this will be published. Shubhananda, I'll just in 1 second. But this article, it is published in this little booklet called "A Life of Humble Service," which is an article by Śrīla Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja, like a little booklet about Śrīla Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja. So, in our next printing of that, I can send that. That's a very, very. I totally agree with you on that. And somebody could take it the wrong way, and then they're like, if somebody's singing nicely, they'll be like, he's singing nicely, and like they're like, but actually, we do want offerings to be nice as well. Like if we don't, like of course, Vituran,
I have a funny story about this, but yeah, keep going.
Okay, Vidurani and Shubhananda. I didn't forget about you, but this, but yeah, like Vidurani, that example is just given of Vidurani like offering banana peels, and Krishna snatched those. He was eating those with so much relish, and so does that mean that we should just like now offer banana peels, like when we go to make an offering? Like you can't fake devotion, and so in our stage when we don't have we don't have bhakti yet. At least the best we can do is try our best to make things nice. So like if we cook for Krishna, we should try to make it, and that's also an expression of love. We're not at that level like where we forget about all our external activities and we're just like lost and like So
well,
we should
also it's not that it's always the highest level to do that. Like when Srimati Radharani cooks or when Rohini Devi cooks, they're actually trying to make things taste good.
yes, yes. And so definitely if somebody doesn't sing nicely, they should still sing. Like it doesn't mean that like but we should try to sing for Krishna's pleasure, and we should try to make it nice for him. In the same way that we would like to cook a nice offering for him, we should try to sing nicely. But at the same time, it doesn't mean like if you don't know how to cook, you should never offer Krishna what you cook. Or like, so it's just like we should always be in, I don't know. But the main thing is always that what is driving everything should be wanting to please Krishna. There should be bhakti, and we're practicing, like little by little, trying to make Krishna happy in any way we can. That's always the focus. What was the story that you wanted to say? Like a little anecdote?
So a traveling preacher went and visited one temple community where there was a person who actually had this philosophy that it doesn't matter what things taste like because Krishna does not care about the taste. He cares about the devotion, right? So this was the cook for the temple and for the Gurukul, like the cook for the whole community. And this person would not use recipes, and this person made avocado halva.
What the heck? Avocado is my favorite thing. How could you ruin avocado? That's crazy. That's whoa.
So it's very memorable
Yeah.
to me, even though obviously I wasn't there. So it's just to take this saying with a grain of salt and not make avocado halwa.
That's so Shubhananda, you had your hand raised?
Yes, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. You just mentioned about music and kirtan. I think so. I
Yes.
recall the point Sri Gurudev always mentioned. He gives a example.
You're referring to Srila Bodhayan Maharaj, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
just so everybody knows, because not everybody knows that. Yeah.
So sometimes in performing kirtan, people miss you just said melody. So Guru Maharaj gives example. Jayanido Premadhana. This is not the mood of that particular Vaishnava song. So it is necessary melody, but the melody just you mentioned is to bring out the mood of that particular song. That is most important. And the second part he always mentions about our Guru Varga's kirtan. They may not sound like very, we can say, beautiful with rather in sense of music. It may not sound beautiful, but the purity behind their this realization sound, that is most important. What Gurudev always mentions. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that was the very, very final pastime of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, was showing this exact point. How, Srila Śrīla Gosvāmī Mahārāja was never known as like being the kirtaniya or whatever, but he only wanted to hear his kirtan when he was entering Nitya Lila. He wanted to hear Sri Rupa Manjari Pada from him and nobody else.
Yes. We read something sometime back. I think you did it.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. What was that, Shubhananda?
Yes, I recall it. We read it somewhere in the past.
Yeah. Yes. Bhavatarani Mataji, did you unmute yourself on purpose or by accident? I couldn't tell. Think it may have been by accident. Okay. But yeah, thank you everybody. That was such a wonderful discussion. Oh. Yes. Okay. She just unmuted herself and muted herself. If you want to say anything, Bhavatarini Mataji, you're totally free to. But it might have been by accident. I think she might have pushed it by accident. But yeah, thank you everybody for such a wonderful discussion. And I think this is really nice on Śrīla Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja's appearance day to really consider these teachings, and it's also really essential for this Bhaktivinoda Gita program, because without really going deep into this point about really what is kirtan and what is, then everything that we're doing will just be nothing. And so we pray to Śrīla Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja on this day that we will be able to approach Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's songs with the right mood. I'm not going to read this, but this is another thing I was thinking to read if we had time. There's this article by Śrīla Trivikrama Gosvāmī Mahārāja that he wrote for Gaudiya Patrika called Dainya Vakya, Divine Expressions of Humility. And he goes through the kirtans of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Narottam Das Thakur and all of our acharyas, and he explains in these songs this mood of dainya, and he goes very deep into this topic, and he gives lots of different examples, and it's a beautiful article. So if anybody wants to read that, maybe I can put that in. I'll put these 2 articles in the WhatsApp group in case anybody wants to read this on their own. But so that's our program for today. Are there any last things anybody wants to say before I end the stream? All right. Dandavat pranams. Thank you so much for joining, and see you all tomorrow for day 2 of our of this week. We will be going through what songs? I think the Arati songs. So, Haribol. And remember, I'm going to be sending out in like 1 or 2 hours the selection of songs for this week. So you can select which songs you want in this category of these daily kirtans, and I'll send them to your email. All right, I'll send that on vineofdevotion.com. Right, Haribol. Hare Krishna.